Hi, I'm Becca from the Know and Play Space, and today my partner, my 3-year-old, and I are going to show you how we built our TP Toys Up 6-foot trampoline. So we're just unloading the boxes here, having a look at the parts and finding that ever trusty instruction manual, but hopefully this video today will give you a bit of a visual so that it makes following those instructions even easier. So the first thing that you're going to need to find are the curved poles which are going to make up the rim of the trampoline base. And so once you've connected these together, you're then going to need to find the legs, and this is where you need 2 people just so that one can hold up one side, as it's easier to clip in when you've got one person holding it up. Now when you're attaching these legs, don't forget to look for the little push pin that you just need to push in and slot in so that the legs are on nice and secure, which you can see Jay doing here. So once you've done this, you've then got the base frame of your trampoline completed. And the next step is then to spread out the trampoline spring netting and just make sure that it's all ready to go, ready to then put the springs attaching this to the metal frame. So with the springs, you're going to find the right end to hook into the net and one into the metal rim. Now what you need to do is really carefully refer to the instructions here, because it shows you how to do it step by step so that you get a really good pull, making sure that the base of the spring netting is really tight, but also so that you can actually physically pull it from one side to the other. So do make sure that you refer to the instructions here, and then you can now put the protective matting over the top of the springs, which you can see us doing here. Now you'll see around the outside of this matting that there are straps for attaching it to the metal frame, but you're not going to do this yet. Actually, your next step is going to be connecting the vertical poles. So you're going to need 2 parts, the top and the bottom of the pole, and again it's got a little push pin in the middle of it so that you can attach these strongly together. So you're not going to put the poles in though just yet. What you're going to need to find next is the outer netting for the trampoline and the bendy pieces of metal that you'll find in your box. Sorry about Mr. 3 in the shot here, but he was desperate to help. And this is again going to need 2 pairs of adult hands really, and you're just going to thread the metal through round the netting round the top. This is a little bit fiddly, but actually with 2 of us it made it a lot easier. So once you've finished threading all of the metal parts through to make the circle rim at the top, you are now going to need the connectors. So you're going to connect 2 of the metal pieces together at a time using these blue connectors. It's a little bit fiddly because obviously you've got to bend the metal parts to get them in there where you're trying to create a circle, but they do slot in, and then once you've slotted both sides in, you can then grab a bolt and screw it together. So once you've connected those all together, you're now going to need to add in your poles. So using that push pin method again, you're just going to connect all of the 4 poles into their slots. And then you can add the blue connectors onto the top of the poles, making sure that you get the opening for the door in the right place. And again, it's got that push pin again, just to make sure that it's really nice and secure at the top. This bit was hard to show on camera, but here is where you are going to hook your igloo door section onto the base panel of the trampoline, and then you're going to need to find your needle and thread that's included in your box, and you're basically going to thread this all the way around the trampoline through the hooks that are underneath the protective matting, and you're basically attaching the net so that it doesn't rise up. So this is a little bit fiddly and takes a little bit of time and concentration, but yeah, you just need to work yourself all the way around, and there's really good instructions on how to do this and how many holes to miss out each time in the instruction leaflet, so do check that out. Now this bit again was hard to show on film, but what you're doing is you're connecting your igloo door section underneath the trampoline, so you're pushing it and hooking it through the hooks. If you watch carefully here, you're going to push it through the kind of triangle hook, pull it across to the one before, and then hook it on. And you're going to do this all the way around, and then you're going to need to strap again the igloo door section onto the pole. and this is where you can then go back to the protective foam panel that goes all the way around and tie it to the metal frame base underneath, as you don't need to access anything under there anymore. And that's it, your little one can climb carefully through the amazing igloo door and bounce away, and you know that they are safe and secure because of the netting and the wonderful door system that TP have designed. And yeah, as you can see, Mr. 3 is very happy and having a brilliant time.